May the peace of the Lord be with you all. Today's Holy Mass reading, June 29th, 2025, Sunday. In those days, King Herod laid hands upon some members of the church to harm them. He had James, the brother of John, killed by the sword, and when he saw that this was pleasing to the Jews, he proceeded to arrest Peter also. It was the feast of unleavened bread. He had him taken into custody and put in prison, under the guard of 4 squads of soldiers each. He intended to bring him before the people after Passover. Peter thus was being kept in prison, but prayer by the church was fervently being made to God on his behalf. On the very night before Herod was to bring him to trial, Peter, secured by double chains, was sleeping between 2 soldiers, while outside the door guards kept watch on the prison. Suddenly the angel of the Lord stood by him, and a light shone in the cell. He tapped Peter on the side and awakened him, saying, "Get up quickly." The chains fell from his wrists. The angel said to him, "Put on your belt and your sandals." He did so. Then he said to him, "Put on your cloak and follow me." So he followed him out, not realizing that what was happening through the angel was real. He thought he was seeing a vision. They passed the first guard, then the second, and came to the iron gate leading out of the city, which opened for them by itself. They emerged and made their way down an alley, and suddenly the angel left him. Then Peter recovered his senses and said, "Now I know for certain that the Lord sent his angel and rescued me from the hand of Herod, and from all that the Jewish people had been expecting." The angel of the Lord will rescue those who fear him. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall be ever in my mouth. Let my soul glory in the Lord. The lowly will hear me and be glad. The angel of the Lord will rescue those who fear him. Glorify the Lord with me. Let us together extol his name. I sought the Lord, and he answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. The angel of the Lord will rescue those who fear him. Look to him that you may be radiant with joy, and your faces may not blush with shame. When the poor one called out, the Lord heard, and from all his distress The angel of the Lord will rescue those who fear him. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and delivers them. Taste and see how good the Lord is. Bless the man who takes refuge in him. The angel of the Lord will rescue those who fear him. I, Paul, am already being poured out like a libation, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have competed well. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. From now on the crown of righteousness awaits me, which the Lord, the just judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but to all who have longed for his appearance. The Lord stood by me and gave me strength, so that through me the proclamation might be completed, and all the Gentiles might hear it, and I was rescued from the lion's mouth. The Lord will rescue me from every evil threat, and will bring me safe to his heavenly kingdom. To him be glory forever and ever. When Jesus went into the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter said in reply, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus said to him in reply, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my heavenly Father. And so I say to you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." In the Gospel reading above, we encounter a defining moment in the life of Simon Peter, one that would change not only his identity, but the very course of history. Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do you say I am?" In a world full of confusion, opinions, and noise, Peter speaks up with clarity and conviction. "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." This moment is not just about Peter recognizing who Jesus is. It is also about Jesus revealing who Peter is meant to be. "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." From fisherman to foundational rock, from impulsive disciple to steady leader, Peter's story is indeed one of transformation, calling, and grace. What's inspiring about Peter is not that he was perfect. It's that he was willing. He didn't have the best education. He wasn't always brave. He often spoke before thinking. He sank when he should have walked. He denied Jesus when he should have stood firm. And yet Jesus saw something in Peter that Peter hadn't yet seen in himself: potential. This is the power of grace. Jesus sees not just who we are, but who we are becoming. He meets us in our mess and calls us into mission. When Jesus says, "You are Peter," he is doing more than giving Simon a new name. He is speaking destiny over him. In the ancient world, names were tied to character and purpose. Peter means rock, not because Peter was naturally strong or unshakable, but because Jesus was going to make him that way. Jesus builds his church not on perfect people, but on people willing to be shaped. And this is good news for us. We often disqualify ourselves because of our past, our failures, or our fears. But Peter reminds us that it's not about where you start. It's about who you're walking with. Peter stumbled, but he kept following. He fell, but he got up again. And in the end, God used him powerfully. The same Peter who denied Jesus 3 times would later stand in front of thousands on the day of Pentecost and boldly proclaim the gospel. The same Peter who trembled with fear would later be crucified for his faith. The transformation didn't happen in a moment, but it began with one declaration, one revelation, one yes. Jesus is still asking the question today, "Who do you say I am?" Your answer to that question shapes everything else. When you truly see Jesus for who he is, the Christ, the Son of the living God, you begin to understand who you are: chosen, loved, called, and empowered. And Jesus still says, "I will build my church, not on buildings, programs, or perfect plans, but on people, though imperfect, but forgiven, and Spirit-filled people like Peter. Like you, like me, we are the living stones, called to carry his presence into a broken world. We are not just recipients of grace, we are carriers of it. And when we stand on the rock of who Jesus is, even the gates of hell cannot prevail against us. So, take heart. You may feel ordinary, broken, or unqualified. But remember Peter, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. He can turn a fisherman into a foundation, a denier into a disciple maker, a fearful heart into a flame of boldness. He did it with Peter. He can do it with you. All he needs is your yes.